Michelle, we must have given quite the pep talk to the United States team last week at the Curtis Cup because they steamrolled Great Britain and Ireland by a record score of 17-3 to win the Curtis Cup over the weekend. And the best part was this routine with we and the girls at the start of the week. Way to go, ladies! Tiger Woods is celebrating the 10-year anniversary of his U.S. Open victory at Torrey Pines, but a few weeks ago, Woods was in a playful mood at his annual Tiger Jam charity event in Las Vegas. Here's Woods showing off his moves with renowned trick shot artist Josh Kelly. Now that is some great teamwork. Hey everybody, welcome to Fore. I'm your host, Amy Rogers, and after taking the show on the road 2 weeks ago for the 73rd U.S. Women's Open conducted by the USGA, we are back at the friendly confines of the LPGA's headquarters in Daytona Beach, Florida. But before we kick off the show, congratulations are in order to Ricky Fowler and Allison Stoke, who announced their engagement over the weekend. Fowler shared the couple's news on Instagram, saying, "Today is National Best Friend Day, so I wanted to lock mine down. I won." With Smiley Kaufman getting married earlier in the year and Jordan Spieth's marriage coming up later in 2018, the SB2K boys are going from boys to men right in front of our eyes. Now on to the golf. There were so many great shots hit over the last 2 weeks on tour, including an insane number of aces. To get you caught up on what you may have missed, here are our top 4 shots from the U.S. Women's Open and the ShopRite LPGA Classic. We kick off the countdown with Sarah Jane Smith, who hit this incredible shot at the par 5 11th hole during the opening round of the U.S. Women's Open. Plenty of spin on that ball for Smith as she holds it for eagle. She went on to finish tied for 5th for her best finish in a major. Talk about turning your round around. After making a triple bogey 7 on number 16, Vicky Hurst stepped to the 17th hole and casually hit her tee shot on the green and rolls it in for a hole-in-one to get her day back on track and claim the number 3 spot on our countdown. Keep your eye on the second yellow circle for the number 2 shot on the countdown, which comes from 2019 Solheim Cup captain Katrina Matthew, who slam dunked her tee shot on the par 3 4th hole during day 2 of the U.S. Women's Open. No bounce or roll needed, folks. That is an ace. New Jersey native Marina Alex made herself at home Sunday at the ShopRite LPGA Classic, shooting a final round 64 and sinking the tournament's final ace of the week at the par 3 17th. That shot, the 3rd hole-in-one on the countdown, earns the number 1 spot, and high fives all around. Jutanugarn put on a fabulous performance at the 73rd U.S. Women's Open. Now, the men take their shot at the toughest test in golf in Southampton, New York. The LPGA's Al Lunsford caught up with our players to get their predictions on who they think will win this week at Shinnecock Hills Golf Club.
Oh, hey Amy. Thanks for having me on Fore this week. I'm Al Lunsford from the LPGA Communications team. We're here at the Meijer LPGA Classic, and we're going to go find out who some of our players think will win this week's U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills. So, come on, let's go. Let's go do this. Jay, who do you think will win the U.S. Open this week?
I think Dustin Johnson's going to win the U.S. Open because he's long off the tee and he has probably the best mental game. I think that's perfect for golf. Doesn't really take too many things to heart, so I think he's going to win.
So I really want Tony Finau to win. I think he's a great guy. He hits it a mile, and I think he's due to win a big tournament.
All right, Mo, who do you think will win the U.S. Open this week?
I don't know who's going to win, but I had the one that I want to win is probably Tiger Woods. I mean, everybody would love to see him playing good, and it's a really good week for him to play good.
I think Dustin Johnson will win the U.S. Open because he just won last week and definitely had a lot of confidence and very good shape right now. So I think he will win the U.S. Open.
My pick to win the U.S. Open is I'm going to go with Dustin Johnson. He's been on fire this whole year, and I feel like he's been striking the ball so well, and his game is just on point, and I feel like he's going to do it.
Thanks, ladies. Can't wait to watch the U.S. Open and see how all your predictions pan out. Well, the second largest city in Michigan, Grand Rapids, plays host to the Meijer LPGA Classic, and here are the top storylines heading into the second event of the year in the Great Lakes State. Jutanugarn is back in action this week, fresh off her victory at the U.S. Women's Open. Jutanugarn has had recent success in Grand Rapids, finishing tied for 22nd and tied for 18th in her last 2 appearances. Another strong performance can extend her lead in the race to the CME Globe standings and even get her closer to the #1 spot in the Rolex rankings. Brooke Henderson is the defending champ this week at the Meijer LPGA Classic, where last year she held off Michelle Wie and Lexi Thompson to pick up her 4th career win. Henderson is in form with 5 top 10 finishes and can join Jutanugarn as a 2-time winner on tour with a successful title defense. Annie Park's victory at the ShopRite LPGA Classic put the Americans back in the winner's circle after 10 events without a win. With 4 wins on the season, the Americans are now tied with the Republic of Korea on the season. Meijer has been good to Korean players in the past. In the 4 playings of the event, Koreans have won twice, with victories by Miriam Lee in 2014 and Se-Young Kim in 2016. If the trend continues, a Korean could be hoisting the trophy again in 2018. Well, who doesn't love a shout out from Oprah Winfrey? Here's what Winfrey had to say about Meijer and the LPGA's participation in the Simply Give program.
Hey folks, it's Oprah, and I want to give a huge congratulations to Meijer and the LPGA on your wonderful commitment to feed the hungry through Simply Give. I'm proud to partner for Hunger and donate my Oh That's Good product line to local food banks to support the cause. So thank you so much for what you're doing to feed the hungry.
Thanks, Oprah. And if you'd like to attend the Meijer LPGA Classic, please let us know and we will make it happen. Now it is time for the LPGA.com's team to reveal our picks for this week's Meijer LPGA Classic. Well, it should come as no surprise. Defending champion Brooke Henderson is a popular pick by 3 of our panelists, with T4, T17, and T5 finishes in her last 3 starts. Sue O is also a popular pick with our experts as she looks for her first win on tour. And past champions Lexi Thompson and Se-Young Kim also make the grade in Grand Rapids. You can check out LPGA.com for a more in-depth breakdown of this week's picks. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Fore. We'll see you back here again in 2 weeks. But in the meantime, send us your swings. We want to see those crazy shots you have. You can tweet them at us at LPGA, or you can send them to me at the Amy Rogers. But before we leave, you have got to check out Sergio Garcia and Alfonso Ribeiro doing a rendition of The Floss, a dance created by social media sensation, The Backpack Kid. You're going to love it. We'll see you next time. Fore! Woo!
That was the first try. Nice celebration.
Whoa!